ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
With its continuous support for education and social initiatives, the UAE has become home to many prominent leaders in the fields of higher education and management. That's why today we are so pleased to host Dr. Jammoul Messaikeh, who is a higher education consultant, mentor and assistant professor at the Manchester Business School. She has over 13 years of experience in leadership, management and finance, with a distinguished record of achievements at prestigious educational institutions including New York University Abu Dhabi, ADEC and Paris Sorbonne University. And today she is the co-founder and managing director of Impactiv. Stay tuned.
Thank you. So absolutely, I think as a woman leader, the opportunities I received in the UAE through my various jobs.
Welcome everyone to your favorite program, Peers of Union, which invites the most successful people here in the UAE. Our inspiring guests have set a title for success and ambition. Our inspiring guests have moved from the darkness of challenges to the light of success. And our special guest for today is Dr. Jammoul Messaikeh. She is the co-founder and the managing director of Impactiv. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are so pleased to meet you today.
Thank you so much. Same here.
So today we'll talk about your successful company as well as your successful journey. So please, in the beginning, we need more details about your professional and your educational journey.
Thank you, Rahma. So for me, education has always been a driving force in my life. Growing up in Lebanon during the Civil War, my parents instilled in us the value of education from a very young age. And I was really fortunate to receive a scholarship from Hariri Foundation. And to be honest, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for this scholarship. It gave me the tools to continue my education, to have a really good quality education at Lebanese American University. And from then on, my journey continued. I did my master's and then I did my CPA in the United States. I started my career in audit because that was my passion. I loved being in the audit profession. And for the longest time, I was the only woman in the office for like maybe 4 or 5 years. But for me, I always dreamt of working in the education sector. It was my way of giving back. I knew I will somehow end up in the education sector one day. We came to Abu Dhabi in 2005. And after less than 1 year, I got the opportunity to work with Abu Dhabi University. And I didn't think twice. It was a big career move for me. I only worked in consulting and audit, but I just grabbed the opportunity and I started my career. And for the next 18 years, I worked in the education sector in various capacity in the UAE. From public sector, private sector. I worked with ADEC, Sorbonne University, and NYU Abu Dhabi. And I was really fortunate to experience the transformation, I would say, in the education sector in the UAE, and be part of it.
Yeah, great. You have actually a faithful journey and rich experiences in the educational sector. So, Doctor, what inspired you to start Impactiv?
So when I left NYU Abu Dhabi in 2022, after 9 years of a long career with them, I knew I wanted to continue to make a positive impact on my community. But this time I wanted to work directly with the youth and provide them with opportunity to find their career. And I started the program Intersection with Injaz Lebanon, and we saw a big gap. So graduates were finishing their degree. They were struggling to finish their degree given all what was happening in Lebanon, but they were not equipped to enter the workforce and the employability. They didn't have the skills for employability. And we started that mentorship program, and it was a huge success. And then our idea was picked up by Ma'an, the Authority for Social Contribution in the government of Abu Dhabi. So we were selected to join their 5th cohort. And it's honestly, if it wasn't for this support and for this amazing opportunity, we wouldn't be able to bring our dream into a reality. And that's how Impactiv was born.
And what challenges have you faced throughout your leadership?
So I faced my fair share of challenges, particularly the gender bias, because I chose to join a male-dominated profession. I was the only female in the office for more than 5 years. And I always heard this is not a profession for women. And when I got married and I had my kids, the pressure became more and more, pushing me out of the profession that I loved. And but I still continued, and I still persevered to stay in the profession, to prove myself, to be promoted to a senior manager. And I was the first female manager in the Middle East for Ernst & Young. But because I faced all those challenges, I vowed to myself, when I will become a leader or I will have an opportunity to support others, I will not allow any woman to go through what I went through. From then on, I was really fortunate throughout all the jobs I took afterwards to be able to lead and inspire so many women. And I made sure I created an environment where they can thrive, where they don't have to choose between their career and their family, where they can really push and fulfill their dreams and become contributing to the community and inspiring others as well.
Now, Doctor, as an assistant professor at Manchester Business School, what do you see, or how do you see the impact of higher education on empowering the next generation of leaders?
So for me, as I started this, education is the key. I mean, it's the magic component that really brings everything together. But education by itself, it's not just about achieving good grades in the classroom. It's about bringing the real life to the classroom. And that's how I can contribute, because I bring my long experience to the classroom. So we, through mentorship programs, through case studies, through role play, we make sure that we create an environment where students not only learn the basic, but also can be a catalyst for change in their community, and can also inspire and help others. So by connecting students with industry professionals, we create a collaborative environment where students learn to make real change and bring actionable change to the workplace.
And Doctor, how does Impactiv contribute to sustainable development through its mentoring programs?
So contribution to the SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, is at the core of what Impactiv does. We believe in empowering communities and individuals and giving them the opportunity to become the best version of themselves. I'll give you an example. The programs we're currently working on with Emirates Global Aluminium and Schneider Electric. It connects professionals from those organizations to university students, providing them with the learning they need to enter the workforce and be productive in the workforce. So through those programs, we tick so many boxes because it helps the organization achieve their ESG goals, environmental, social, and governance goals. But at the same time, it also help them build their talent pipeline. So they are connecting with the student, they're giving them the skills they need to be to enter the workforce and be productive. And it also what for me is really most important is it gives us a sense of giving back to the community. So those mentors are volunteering their time. They are working with the student, supporting them to have a good career, and they're doing that on a pro bono basis. It gives this sense of giving back. And what we see is all the students who have been given this opportunity to get that support, they will in turn support others. So it creates that circularity, and people keep supporting each other to create a community of, where everyone can thrive and everyone can have an opportunity to grow.
And of course, Doctor, you have your future goals, right? So what do you aspire to? How do you see Impactiv in the upcoming periods?
I see Impactiv growing and inspiring more people and more organizations to join this beautiful mission of giving back and empowering our young generation. But for me, especially, coming from the Arab world, from this region, where I see the gap is providing our youth with employability, with opportunity to be employed, because that will provide economic empowerment, not only for them, but for their community. And I always think of, programs that provide those opportunities. They impact three generations, because they impact the youth we are helping, they impact their parents because they will be able to help their parents, and they will also provide better opportunity for their offspring, for their own family. So it's really impacting three generations when you empower them and you give them that opportunity to have a decent living and decent work. And my dream is to be able to connect the work that we're doing with the future employment, work with companies so that we can connect the talent to the available opportunities in the region, and be that matchmaker where we can provide that talent, and companies will get the talent they want, and will be able to attract and retain the right talent.
So, Doctor, what are the most important laws and regulations established by the UAE and applied throughout the educational sector?
So the UAE, I would say, because I have lived the transformation, the education sector, I have pioneered so many policies to encourage education institutes, be it locally or attract universities like Manchester University, NYU Abu Dhabi, Sorbonne University, to come and provide the highest quality education to both Emirati and resident. So, giving the space to do this quality education, also pioneering in research program, which is really important, and giving students the opportunity to participate in research program is what I have seen, and it's something that really puts the UAE apart, and hopefully it will the journey will continue. And one more thing I want to highlight is the third sector and the support that entities like MAN have provided to enterprises like Impactiv and many others to create an ecosystem where social enterprises can thrive and develop the third sector, because it's really important. So you have the private sector, you have the public sector, they contribute to the economy. But what the third sector or the social enterprises can bring is really bringing that element of support to the community, but making it still a viable business. But making the three together is what make nation go forward and what make a positive impact on the entire community.
So, Doctor, after your faithful journey and rich experiences, you make your success story. So the word of success is not strange to you. How can you define this word?
For me, the word success means my ability to support others and to help others grow.
Doctor, lots of people from audience, they are a new generation and they see from your story something special inspired them. So what is your advice to the new generation?
My answer is never give up, and don't let anyone make you think that your dreams are not worth it and you cannot achieve them. And always look for role model, be inspired by their stories, and write your own story.
So the UAE has for sure contributed to your success story. What is your appreciation message you would like to convey through our episode to the UAE and its rulers?
Thank you. So absolutely, I think as a woman leader, the opportunities I received in the UAE through my various jobs and the career was fundamental to my success. The opportunity to work with ADEC, for example, was something that I will cherish all my life. Being able to be there and to support the development of the education sector in the Emirates is something really, really special. I will always cherish, and I thank the UAE and the government of Abu Dhabi for the trust they put in me. Also, I mean, the support continued throughout all my career here, and lastly, the support we received from Ma'an is invaluable, not only for me, but for every person who aspires to make a social impact and a positive social a difference in their community. It's through opportunities that Ma'an and other social incubator provide that we can make our dream a reality and we can contribute to the development of the society.
Thank you so much, Doctor. It was my pleasure talking with you today. Best of luck.
Thank you, Rahma. Thank you so much.
Dear audience, this is the end of our episode. Watch us next week. Goodbye.